Hello people, this is Eric Cobra and this is Let's Play Geneforge 2 Blind. Oh, well that happened. As you wander around the town, or actually let's be honest, as you stand still near the gate, as you try to remember what name the person who's not included in your team was, a server walks up to you. He bows. Welcome to Mid-Up, free city and home of the awakened. I'm Cassia, assistant to Learned Pinner. When you're ready, I would like to speak with you. Please come to our town hall. He points to northwest. It is in the corner of town. I am returning to it now, if you would care to follow. Right, could you give me some more info on the awakened? I am humble. Would not dare to explain to you our ways. When Learned Pinner could do such a better job, please follow, I'll take you to her. And that is... she's leader here. I can take you to her now. That's all for now, thanks. Now, if you'll excuse me, let's see, that was... wrong. I hate when I make a mistake. Risten, it's Risten we're missing. Good old Risten. Right, so let's take a look around. The sign says, all merchants must register, all non-intelligent creations must be registered and restrained. That sounds fair enough. The guard watches you carefully as you approach. He seems to think that you may lash out with fire vengeance at any moment. He's relieved when you only want to chat with him. However, he is very quiet and guarded. You don't learn anything. Right, am I allowed to check what's in here? It's locked. So probably wouldn't be a good idea. So where does this lead? This leads to Mid-Up West Bridge. Curious. You step into the town of Mid-Up, the town that is not supposed to exist. All of the structures are made of wood and, though the town is only a few years old, is very solidly built. Though there are some humans here, the town is mainly populated by serviles. Serviles on their own, without the control or influence of the Shapers. You would not have thought, before coming here, that serviles are capable of looking after themselves, let alone running a town. Yet here they are. Somehow they're acting as independent creatures with their own shops and families. If the Shaper Council knew of this place, you have no doubt that they would destroy it immediately. And that explains why, though the serviles are pretending not to. All eyes are on you. After years of peace, this town has been discovered. I'll wait to see what is going to happen to them. Mid-Up Smithy. The server is a merchant. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be interested in giving you everything it has like servers back home would do. Greetings, traveler. Can I interest you in some of my wares? Yeah, I would like to do some shopping. Oh, these gloves I didn't need anymore, wasn't it? Yeah, because I used the 1 franc bracelets. So, I could sell these. And I don't think there was anything else I need to give up, so that's it. Oh, do these belong to anyone? No, but it just seems like it's trash. Ooh, a living tool not owned by anybody. How fortunate. Alright. Mid-Up must be close to a real town that you thought, with traders and travelers passing through. This is a real inn, with tables, drinks, and safe beds for weary visitors. The inn is mostly empty now, but it looks like it had decent business until recently. Huh. This server is a merchant. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be interested. Greetings, traveler. Can I interest you in some of my wares? I'll take a look. Not anything interesting to me. Look, there is a woman sitting slumped at the table eating soup and drinking ale. She looks worn out. When she sees you approach, she waits for you to say, "Hello, Shaper. I hope life is treating you better than it treats me." On the floor at her side, she has a large pack full of goods. She must be a merchant. What problems have you had? The rogues were fighting. Trade used to be good in these mountains. I took supplies from settlement to settlement. Made a good number of coin. But now travel is dangerous and I'm stuck here with all these servers. How did you get up here in the first place? I brought supplies to Dry Creek on a regular basis. One time when I was visiting, I saw that a bunch of stuff was being hauled out of town to another place. I followed. I went through these tunnels and found the forest and the road. Then I went north to meet up. When I saw what was happening here and how hungry they were for supplies, I saw my chance. It worked well for me, until now. So, they have money up here? Sure, they use Shaper currency. It's odd that they hate the Shapers so much, but they still use their money. But I suppose it's convenient. What sort of supplies do you sell? I usually carry food, pots and pans and so on, but I realized that what they really need was lab equipment. For serviles. Go figure. By the way, if you have any Shaper equipment you don't need, I'll pay you for it. I pay well. I'll need it for when the roads are clear again. Right, okay, so that's another one of those quests which is pick up stuff you see around. You know what, I really like that. In the first game there was a lot of junk you didn't need, but now some of that junk is useful. If nothing else because there's somebody who wants it. So, gotta keep an eye out for Shaper equipment now. No. There's an interesting idea is that this junk is worth something to someone. You just need to find the right someone. Cyan. This server looks old. Though it's hard to gauge the age of these creatures, she must be at least 60. She's been making potions for a very long time and seems to have lost 2 of her fingers along the way. Welcome to my shop, Shaper, she says. What are you here for? How did you learn to make potions? I learned it from my mother on Suki Island long before we came here. We needed everything we could possibly make to stay alive. Suki Island? That is where we all came from years ago. It is where the Shapers abandoned us and we learned to fend for ourselves. And where we were awakened. It was a hard place, but it was ours. And then the Shapers took it from us. You were awakened? Yes. Elra was alive then, bless his spirit. And he taught us to stand up and be free. To demand payment for our work, even if it meant death. We owe him so much for his wisdom. Another question. Where do you get potion ingredients? When we filled these regions with life, we found places where all sorts of potion ingredients could grow. Not everything grows here, of course, but practically everything is somewhere. The settlement traded with each other once, then the fighting started, and I'm low on supplies now, because an important package was lost. Important package? A package of herbs. It was being brought from Sazus. Then the caravan carrying it was ambushed not long after they came through the pass into the woods. The merchant lives, thank goodness. The goods were lost. It's unfortunate, and my use was herbs to cure 6 servals. That's all for now. Gotta keep an eye out for that then. This server is a merchant. Blah 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 blah. What do you sell? Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Lietz. This server is very young. He's probably only 10 or 12 years old. Not old enough to work, but old enough to be put to work by the Shapers. Just get you. Nesco says, Litz. Where are you from, Litz? He says in a quiet voice, Suki Island. How did you get here? Shapers came to our island. Bad things happened. Peter took me away, made me safe. What did the Shapers do? One was good, one was kind to me, but the rest they didn't like us servers. Most of us are gone now. Peter took me away. Another question, why are you scared of me? I'm sorry, Shaper. I'll obey you. He bows his head. What happened to him? It must have been awful. Right. Ah, this is the other side of that place. Town Hall. You meet Kasia again. Ah, Shaper, I'm glad you made it. Learn Pinna's beyond the door at the end of the hall. He points to the north. First of all, I need to speak with you. I want to be sure you intend on leaving no harm. I'd like to speak with Pinna. And Pinna would like to speak with you. However, these are dangerous times, and we have much to fear from many people. Including, I'm afraid, the Shapers. But we believe the Shapers are honorable and that we must be prepared to deal with them. Therefore, we would like to take you on your word. If you will swear that no harm will come to Pinna by your hand, we will allow you to see her. This is a strange request. Not all Shaper would ever feel bound by a promise made to a creature. After all, Shapers feel the creation over that makes total obedience return for existence. Which creature realize this? I'm sure. I can't completely swear that no harm will befall you. However, I can promise that I will do my best to preserve this, and that this conversation with Pena will properly ensure she can give me information that I will be able to use to preserve this place. Granted that you are what you have told me you are. That's... trust goes both ways, right? I have to be sure you are what you claim to be, and I'm not, planning a shape a genocide somewhere. So I can't promise no harm will befall you. But I can promise I'll do my best to ensure peace if I am convinced you are what you claim to be. Casey stops to think. He looks nervous. I know that the Shapers would be angry if they... Do you think that we might possibly be spared? Lampina will be angry with me, but if it might save us, I must let you by. Casey walks to the end of the hall and unlocks the door. Then he returns to his seat. Lampina would like very much to meet you. I have another question. Who do you think would cause Pena harm? You, for one. There are many other hostiles once in these mountains, but we see you as a great threat now. Is this desk work your normal job here? I am Pena's assistant. She's old, and I handle the day-to-day work of the Awakened. Organizing training, answering philosophical questions, dealing with merchants and the other settlements. Keep the peace. Pena trusts me, and I labor hard to win her trust. That's all for now. Thanks for the work. A couple of bodyguards. You three stay out here. Invading her office with an army seems rude. This hall is very strange. The floors covered with gently glowing green tiles, and there are 4 shaping platforms in corners. The chamber crackles with magical energy barely held in check. The defenses here are strong. There's a lone serval in the center of the room. She is very old, a far more advanced age than most servals make it to. She stares at you with a complete lack of subservience. Experienced eyes size you up, trying to figure out what you will do. The serval says, "Welcome, Shaper. I am glad you have come to see me. I am Learned Pena, current leader of Mid-Up and of the Awakened. Whether you accept it or not, we have much to discuss." Fair enough.